Testing 1, 2, 3.
Is that still line up 36th Street? You gonna reach out? There's your-
And welcome to 302 Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Mitchell here. Tonight, my guest, Marvin Dooley, former William Penn head coach, former William Penn state champ back in the day in the 80s. And Marvin, you're here for a Hennepin Conference showdown tonight. What more can you say? Smyrna and Caesar Rodney.
Well, you know, Smyrna's kind of had the stranglehold on the conference title the last few years, and then, of course, they got upset in the state finals last year by Sussex Central later in the year. But great matchup tonight, I believe, that you look at the weight classes, 13 out of the 14 weight classes. You have guys from CR and Smyrna ranked, and 4 of the weight classes in the top 5. You have both teams have a guy in the top 5. So a lot of great matchups. You know, these big matches, the coin flips a lot. Coaches play with the line, move people around. So whether we'll see all the matchups or not will be determined by the coaches.
Right. It's senior night here at Smyrna High School, and what a week for Smyrna. On Wednesday, they got upset. They've been the number 1 ranked team in the state all year long. They go down to Sussex Central, and they get beat 26-25. Then they come back home last night to take on the Slazana, who ascended to number 1. It wasn't even 24 hours before the Smyrna Eagles knocked that number 1 off, and they're currently ranked number 2. But I'm sure when the rankings come out next week, you'll see the Eagles back up at number 1. But they had the number 3 team in the state coming in tonight, and it's a rivalry. And Marvin, you know what happens. You remember back in the old William Penn St. Mark's days. When it's a rivalry, lots of things can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, I look for the matchup is CR and Smyrna, which gives that. I think Smyrna losing to Sussex Central could be a good thing for them. I mean, I always think you refocus more after a loss than you do a win. Last year, I think they would love to have lost the dual meet and won the state championship. So maybe they can reverse that this year. Winning
a Friday night and losing on a Tuesday, and it happens a lot. It happened twice last year. Caesar Rodney beats Dover on the Friday before the duels and turned right around and lose to them in the first round last year on Tuesday. So, here we are, senior night, and it's a good group of seniors that have come through. A lot of them 4-year starters for the Smyrna Eagles. And Marvin, look at Kerr and Kelly, who transferred in from Slazana, and Tony Wiest. Three big guns that have been here for a while that are going to be gone next year. And how does Smyrna answer that next year?
Well, Smyrna's got a great feeder system. We all know about that. But I mean, if you lose guys like that, it has to hurt you. Kurt, I'm assuming, has a 3 or 4 year plan. I know I looked at our lineup 3 or 4 years down the road. Now, what he has underneath this, we don't know. But I mean, Smyrna has been at the top of the heap for a lot of years. Even back when I wrestled, they're always at the top. I mean, so I'm assuming Kurt will have something up his sleeve.
Right, absolutely. And folks, 302 Sports, Benny Mitchell, and here's some of the people that make our broadcast possible. Louis Pizza, home of the grinder, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. They're actually open this weekend, folks, for Polar Bear Plunge. So if you need a pizza for the Super Bowl tomorrow or a grinder, head on down to Louis Pizza, just steps from the boardwalk in Rehoboth Beach. Barclay's Heating and Air right here in Smyrna, Delaware. Ginger and John Barkley. I've used this company myself on time, reasonable prices, and they do good work. Barclay's Heating and Air. Delaware Self-Defense Academy, Royce Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. That's Ronnie Wiest, the father of 195-pounder for the Eagles, Tony Wiest. And our wrestler of the night will be declared the Hammer of the Night, brought to you by the Hennepin Hammers Wrestling Club in serving Kent and Sussex County. Hennepin Hammers, the next level in wrestling. And also Sodell Concepts, our sponsor of all our downstate broadcasts. Sodell Concepts, 10 restaurants on the culinary coast of Delaware. Folks, we're going to take a commercial time out, and we're going to be right back with Smyrna and Caesar Rodney.
Camera of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the culinary coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis and the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shop. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Sodell Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Soto Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Soto Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Benny Mitchell with Marvin Dooley on 302 Sports. It's mat time. It's wrestling night. And Marvin, the Henley Open Conference, not a lot of Saturday action. I know it's a big, used to be a big Blue Hen Conference thing, upstate wrestling on Saturdays, but odd matchup here tonight on a Saturday night having the Henley Open Conference, and this is for the conference title.
Yeah, back in the day, it was I know Henley Open was Friday nights, and then the big Blue Hen matches were on Saturday nights. So they probably had it that way for reasons. Saturday night wrestling is great. I just wish we had more fan support throughout the state for wrestling. I mean, you get it here and there. I guess some schools travel well, some don't. But this match, I remember when you couldn't even get in here.
Not in 2012, the year they opened this gym, 2,200 people. It was sold out. A lot going on here on a Saturday night. You got JV states going on. You got the middle school conference going on. You got the stuff going on up north. And that 2012, what was interesting with that year was like you were here as the coach of William Penn.
Yeah,
that was number one versus number two, and everybody was here that night.
Everyone was here. It was a packed house. So I remember barely being able to get in and get upstairs to be able to see it. Another thing, Benny, you can't forget about the people playing their Super Bowl parties for tomorrow.
There you go. That's right. You got to get that beer keg tapped and ready to go on ice tonight, right? So, yeah, Super Bowl tomorrow with the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. Who do you got, folks? Who do you got? Big Philadelphia area around here. Starting at 138 pounds tonight, Marvin. And the talk looks like it's going to be Jackson Dean, the defending state champ, going up against Ryan Kelly. That's an interesting matchup right there.
Yeah, two guys ranked in the top six, in the top five. Actually, Jackson Dean, who was state champ, and is ranked 3 at the time, and then Kelly being ranked 5. If we get a chance to see that matchup, if it don't shuffle around, it should be a good one. Dean has impressed me for the last few years, and I just hope we get a chance to see some of these matchups tonight.
Absolutely. And here come the Caesar Rodney Riders out to warm up, and led by one of their seniors, Cameron Hayes, 2-time Delaware state champion. And I think the Riders are probably behind the 8 ball tonight if I'm picking. But they're tough in the lower weights, and if they can just survive the upper weights, they could make this a match. I think, like I said, they're behind the 8 ball. It's maybe not their night. It's in Smyrna, and probably an angry Smyrna team being knocked down to number 2, and with the state duels a week away.
One thing about wrestling, man, I always tell people, scores sometimes don't indicate what the wrestling was. You can lose 5 close matches. It looked like you got blown out, but you lost 5 one-point matches. To me, if I'm the coach of either of these teams, of course you want to win the conference championship, but if you don't, you want to hope your kids compete. So hopefully you meet in the state duels and you have a chance to say, we competed today, hey, we're close, and we'll have another shot in a week from now. Yeah, and this interesting this match tonight because Smyrna's lost to Sussex Central. A Smyrna win, and it's a 3-way tie for the Henley Open Conference. And what it comes down to is who gets the conference nod
for the automatic bid for the state tournament comes down to point differential. So right now you have Cesar Rodney sitting at +6, and Smyrna sitting at -1. But a win tonight obviously changes all that. But we could end up with a 3-way share. Cesar Rodney wins tonight. They have to go down to Lewis on Wednesday, beat Cape and Open, and they're the outright conference champs.
Yeah, I believe, you look at the lineup up and down, I think they do have some matchup issues, but, the flip could determine some of that stuff. And then, I've always said you got to somehow, as a coach, find 7 wins.
Right.
I mean,
7 pinners and 1 bridger. That's how you win dual meets, right?
Dual meets, exactly right.
7 pinners and 1 bridger. So we'll be starting off at 138 tonight, and if the matchups stay true and they put out their regular guys, that's going to be Jackson Dean, the number 3 ranked wrestler in the state, going up against number 5 Ryan Kelly. Kelly of Smyrna. He is a senior, and Jackson Dean, a sophomore. Was probably a big surprise there by last year winning a state title as a freshman, knocking off the defending state champ Greg Baum, who will see the 145 pounds tonight.
Yeah, Dean came out of really nowhere last year. I mean, I think people down state knew who he was and knew he was capable. I know talking to a couple of CR coaches, one being your son. I mean, I talked to him before the states about how good the kid was, and of course he shined at the right time. Right,
absolutely. Right, and you win the ones that matter. You're right there at the end. Then we move to 152 pounds, where we'll most likely see number 5 ranked Riley Tracy of Cesar Rodney, and Mike Giampetro wrestled 52 last night for the Eagles. 160. This is where it starts to get tough for the Cesar Rodney Riders. This is number 2 ranked J.T. Davis. I'm not sure who the Riders will send out. 170, Dakota Kerr, number 3. What a night for him last night. Got his 100th win, and got his 100th win knocking off the number 1 wrestler in the state in Logan Montgomery. And we talked about it on the ride up. What a big win for Kerr, knocking off Montgomery, because Montgomery always seems to show up at the end of the year.
Yeah, I was actually shocked to see that they beat Montgomery, and Montgomery I've fortunately repped him a couple of times this year, and I didn't see the match last night, but I mean that was a big win for Kerr, not just for the win, of course, but now to have confidence going into your Henley Opens and into your state tournaments that you can beat the guy.
At 182, number 2 ranked Josh Daly of Smyrna, and I believe the Riders will be sending out Paul Hicks, who's come down from he's finally descended down from 195 pounds, where he was ranked number 4 in the state. 195, I don't know if we'll see a bump here, but should see Tony Wiest, the 2-time state champ, approaching 100 pins on his career. Tony Wiest headed to North Carolina State next season. Not sure who the Riders will send out at 195. 220, it just gets even tougher. Hunter Moyer, and they're ranked number 1 in the state. He's a senior. He was an 82 pounder last year, and he's a full 220, and I believe 220 for the Riders. I'm not sure if who they're going to put out there tonight. And then at 285, you got a 3rd ranked, number 3 ranked Kevin Hudson of Cesar Rodney, freshman. Not often you see freshmen up there in the heavyweight rankings.
I think, Benny, you look at the state rankings and you look at the weight class. I think 220 and 285 are up for grabs. I think any one of them 5 or 6 in each one of them weight classes, there's not much separation.
Well, let's talk about 220. Anthony Diaz, he was ranked at heavyweight. He descended down to 220, and then within a week, he knocks off number 2 Loma Thomas to go to number 2, and he beats Billy Ott from Cape and Lopin, and puts himself as a solid number 2 at 220.
Yeah, I believe both of the weight classes are wide open. I've seen most of the heavyweights wrestle. I look at the number 6 guy and then the number 1 guy. There's not much difference there. You look at 220. Moyer's been your favorite right now, but he's been close to a lot of guys. So,
right.
I mean, anything, 1.2 point matches can be made up.
Right. 106, we'll roll around to the little guys. 106, and that's going to be number 3 versus number 4, Joey Natacola, the freshman out of Smyrna, and Pat Wisniewski, the sophomore out of Cesar Rodney. They wrestled a 1-point match early in the season at the Milford Invitational, so that's going to be an exciting match to watch here when we roll into the little guys, Marvin.
Well, it's great to see them wrestle at Milford, see them wrestle now, how much improvement was made. But then the big one, of course, is in the Henley Open Conference.
Right.
They're probably going to meet again. And that's going to be the one that's most important to get the top seed in states.
And if you look at 106, the top 4 ranked guys are all Henley Conference wrestlers. So seeding is going to be interesting down there at 106 as they've been beating each other this year. At 113, we're going to have a number 3 versus number 4. Number 3 for Smyrna, Jackson Altachaki, the junior, against number 4 ranked Kevin Bound out of Cesar Rodney, another junior. They had some close matches last year.
Another great matchup. I mean, if we see them, we're going to get a preview of what the Henley is going to be looking like when we get down there. I know you got Ryan up top of Indian River, but all them guys are close. to me, a lot of these matches are pivotal that CR must win them.
Right. At 120, Mike Primo, the junior, ranked number 4 for the Cesar Rodney Riders. At 126 pounds, number 1 ranked Cameron Hayes out of Cesar Rodney. Will go out tonight, 126. And then 132, again, 2 ranked wrestlers, number 2 versus number 3. Number 2 ranked Nick Matacola, the defending state champ, the junior out of Smyrna. And number 3 ranked Ben Anderson, a junior out of Cesar Rodney. How close is that gap between 2 and 3? We're going to probably find out tonight.
Yeah, we definitely will see. We'll definitely see that tonight if we get the chance to have the matchups. You can't, when you have matches like this, I mean, it comes down to a lot of different things, but just think about wrestling in Delaware. Hal against Rigby.
Right. Two big names.
The names in Delaware. Rigby's been a name been around forever. Hal's been a name around forever. And you got hopefully it gets built back up to being that kind of classic matches we used to see. Like I said, back when we couldn't get in the gym.
Right. And we talked on the web, Marvin. You will be refereeing the Henley Conference Wrestling Tournament this weekend, or on 2 weekends, and has to be. Have you ever been to the Henley Conference Tournament?
I've been to 2 of them. I've been both times I had a chance to make it was when they got moved from Saturday to Sunday because of snow.
Right.
And we wrestled. We were done. Had a chance to come down. The one year was a brawl broke out, so actually I just stayed up top, got out of the way of it.
That was my son's sophomore year down at Cape Open.
Yeah. So I've been the one where it was out of hand, and then the other one. I tell you, it's really a preview of the state tournament.
Yeah, it's some tough wrestling down there. It gets the nickname of the meat grinder. It's a tough tournament to get through, and you'll get to see it firsthand here. Wow, they turn the music up here at this place, don't they? They have to turn the boom mic down, folks. So, folks, we're taking another quick commercial time out as the Smyrna Eagles come out to warm up. We're going to be right back. Number 2, Smyrna Eagles, hosting the number 3, Cesar Rodney Riders, a big Henley Conference matchup. We'll be right back, folks.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School, folks, as the Eagles warm up, and crowd starting to fill in a little bit. Not opening up the upper deck tonight, Marvin, but looks like we're going to have a pretty good crowd. Caesar Rodney filling in the far side, and Smyrna just about capacity to our side. So good crowd on hand for tonight's Henley Open Conference, possibly for the championship. Like you said, if the Eagles win it, we have a three-way tie in the Henley Open Conference. If the Caesar Rodney Riders win and can beat Cape on Wednesday, they could be the outright champions of the Henley Open North, which is not a bad title to have.
No. CR is going to have a lot of things go their way in the matchup. First of all, they got to win the close ones. And then I believe the toss will mean a lot to how Reeby can move the line around to fluctuate. If not, it's going to be tough for CR to outpoint Smyrna on bonus points. The bonus points would kill you.
Let's talk a little bit about state duels coming up next weekend, Marvin, because we have a new entry out of the Blue Hen Conference coming to the state duels in Division I. St. George's. They go up and they win that Blue Hen Flight A, and they're going to be making the big move. They've won Division II state title before, and I see them probably being maybe 6th seed, and they could be seeing the Riders here if the Riders fall tonight. They could be seeing Caesar Rodney in the first round. What do you think of that kind of matchup?
Well, St. George's has a lot of good kids. I knew going in for the last couple years of wrestling that they had built their lineup up. They're not really great anyway. They probably got 3 or 4 real decent kids, but they're solid all the way through. They don't give up a lot of bonus points. I still think their matchup with CR would be the favorite going into that match. Mm-hmm. But he's done a good job with building his team up, and they're still young. They have a lot coming back next year too.
And I would think Smyrna win tonight, they would be the number 1 seed, I would say, going into the state duels, having knocked off number 2 Slaves-Annam. I don't think the loss to Sussex Central hurts that much, but they could see I expect to see maybe a 4 or 5 Sussex Central Dover matchup. And don't write Dover out of this thing yet. They're a scrappy bunch, and they're a tough bunch. And Smyrna could get that rematch in the semifinals with Sussex Central.
Yeah, Smyrna's loss to Sussex Central is not going to hurt them too bad because, especially if they win tonight, Sussex Central has lost to Sally's and CR. So the win tonight over CR would put them right back where they need to be. I still think Dover is a sleeper. I think Sally's is still a good. They don't match up well with Smyrna, but they're a good team.
Yes, they are. They beat Sussex Central and Caesar Rodney this year. And let's talk a little Division II. Milford, they fall to Indian River and they fall to Laurel in consecutive matches. But boy, did they come back this week, knocking off Cape Henlopen, the Division I team, and then last night the 1-point winner was Sussex Central. So Milford ready to make some noise. They're going to be the number 3 seed in Division II, and not many teams win a title coming from the 3rd seed.
Well, Milford's a good team. I mean, they lost the match to Indian River, and give Wynn his credit. He had his kids ready, did a great job. But I don't think Don Parsley gets enough credit for the job he does at Milford. I mean, he'll have them kids at that top when they need to be there. Plus, I'm sure that Don did not show his hand. He's going to move things around differently when he has to win that state title.
Right. After the Indian River match, he brings back Gage Copes, becomes eligible at 170 pounds, and that kind of changes things a little bit. But how about Jesse Glandon and the job he's done at Laurel in 2 years? And I tell you what, we were down there, we carried the match, and the atmosphere in Laurel that night, Milford, they kind of went and it was like they didn't stand a chance going into that atmosphere.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job of building that program in a quick period.
Right.
And here he has a good feeder system building down there. It's only good things for Laurel as they go forward in the wrestling program.
So Laurel and Indian River, they were supposed to wrestle at noon today. Match got canceled due to a small fire in the cafeteria at Laurel, and have not got a makeup date this week. So I'm hoping it's going to be on a night on free, so we can cover that Southern Henlopen South. That will be for the South title, and that'll break the 4-year stranglehold that the Milford Bucks have had on the Southern Division title. So Smyrna's cleared the mat, folks, and we're going to get the public dress announcer. I believe that is Athletic Director Bill Schultz, and he is going to give us the starting lineups.
Rodney and your Smyrna Eagles. Both Smyrna High School and CR are committed to the principles of good sportsmanship for both our players and our fans. We ask that everyone in attendance this evening abide by the same principles by respecting players, coaches, opposing fans, and officials. Please respect your school with class and dignity. Thank you and enjoy tonight's match. First up, Starting at 138 for Caesar Rodney, Jackson D. For Smyrna, Ryan Kelly. At 145 for Caesar Rodney, no one. At 145 for Smyrna, Greg Ball. At 152 for Caesar Rodney, Riley Tracy. For Smyrna, Mike Giampietro. At 160 for Caesar Rodney, Samuel Tosin. For Smyrna, JT Davis. At 170 for Caesar Rodney, Samuel Irvin. For Smyrna, Dakota Kerr, Josh Daly. At 182 for Caesar Rodney, Paul Hicks. For Smyrna, Mason Wilson or Josh Daly. 195 for Caesar Rodney, Gavin Boyer. For Smyrna, Tony Weiss. At 220 for CR, Braden Holden or Noah Salim. For Smyrna, Hunter Moyer. 285 for Caesar Rodney, Kevin Hudson. 285 for Smyrna, Brett Young or Andrew Bain. 106 for Caesar Rodney, Patrick Wisniewski. For Smyrna, Joey Natacola. At 113 for Caesar Rodney, Kevin Bowie. For Smyrna, Jackson Alatorkachi. 120 for CR, Michael Primo. For Smyrna, Ashley Pearson. 126 for Caesar Rodney, Cameron Hayes. For Smyrna, Drew Mayhall. 132 for Caesar Rodney, Caleb Adamowski or Ben Anderson. For Smyrna, Nick Natacola or Shane Wilson. Caesar Rodney is coached by Coach Rigby, Harris, Bilbro, and Mitchell. Smyrna is coached by Howe, Robertson, Willis, Carney, and the rest. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back, folks. Benny Mitchell with Marvin Dooley as the captains go out for the coin toss. We're starting at 138. Something I noticed during the introductions, Marvin. Adamowicz from Caesar Rodney weighed in at 32. But he went back to shake hand. He went back to warm up as opposed to shaking hands. So are we going to see right off the bat the first CR move with Jackson Dean bumping up for a state final rematch with Greg Baum?
I'd love to see it. I mean, I think that's what fans want to see too. It'd be great to see the matchup. Plus, it would get rid of the forfeit for Caesar Rodney. I don't think they can afford to have a forfeit.
No, you can't give up the 3-6. You got to make them earn it.
Right. Just want to give out a real quick shout out to two of my buddies who 302 Sports, Eric Buxton and Paul Hertz, are joined us, watch us live on 302 Sports, who keep blowing up my phone.
With critique?
Yeah, they'll get me later on that.
Right.
Paul Hertz has helped me a lot on this new reffing gig I'm doing, so I got to give a thank you to him.
So here we go, folks. First match tonight. Smyrna has to send out first. They are sending out Ryan Kelly. Well, he's at the edge of the mat. We'll see if he makes it to the mat.
Looks like Smyrna has to put out first. And
yes.
CR is waiting on them.
And it is going to be Ryan Kelly. And they're going to go with Jackson Dean. So here we go. Jackson Dean and Adam and Ryan Kelly. They're going to get the night started.
So three against five. Good matchup to get it started.
And we're underway, folks. 138 pounds. And Kelly, he came out after last night. He came out, hit him with a high crotch, and lifted him in the air and took him right to his back. Latch ends up winning the match 6-3. So he doesn't back down from the rank guys.
Yeah, he's wrestled tough all year. Actually, I mean, he's done a good job and Smyrna wrestles a tough schedule. He'll have his hands full tonight, though, with Dean.
Jackson Dean.
Have to wrestle tough tonight.
Jackson Dean just a couple weeks off that loss to Harry Latch. And these two, they might see these two again at state duels next weekend as Caesar Rodney and the high crotch by Dean and Kelly able to drop the hips out of bounds, no score. Those two could meet again in the state semis duels.
You know, our state's so small, these kids wrestle each other. Probably the top guys, if you're in the top programs, you're wrestling 4 or 5 times even before you get to the state tournament.
Right. 2-on-1 here by Kelly.
Kelly had to rush him right there. If he just kept working the angles, I believe he has to work angles, and he's going to take chances.
Jackson Dean sweeps single, switches to a double, and he's going to score the first takedown of the match. Jackson Dean goes up 2-0.
Yeah, Dean's tough on top, too, so we'll see if he keeps you down or plays takedown.
And Dean, he's a pinner, and he can pin good guys.
He showed that last year in the state tournament.
Right.
I mean, he is definitely a pinner. Look right there, had a tight waist trying to.
He's got a little bit of everything. He's a tilter. He breaks that. Here comes that crossface. Chris just getting ready to say it. And he's got it locked up, but he's on the edge, and they're going to go out of bounds with 8 seconds left here in the first period.
He actually had it there, too. Had a nice crossface to the forearm, and he had that back heel. So, I mean, he was in a great position if he kept it in bounds.
And it looks like we're going to have a lost contact here. Back set, 8 seconds to go here in the first period.
A good start for Dean. I mean, if he rides him out here, it'd be a 2-0 go in the second period. I'm assuming it'd be Smyrna's choice, so they had to send out first.
Right. And he's right back to that crossface cradle. That's how the first period is going to end. 2-0 Jackson Dean. And I would think even with Kelly being ranked, as tough as Dean is, not giving up bonus has to be key here for Smyrna.
I kind of thought that Hal would put him back on his feet. Put him back down. He looked like he had really did nothing to go up on to start that period once he got taken down.
Right. And comes up, and Dean takes him right back flat to the mat. Dean looking to maybe go on in the near side cradle or maybe assassin here. Looks like he's going to hook up that leg and try to lock over that pit.
Looks like he's trying to force it, too. He's kind of staying with it.
He is. He's going. This is what they call the assassin that we're seeing in college wrestling a lot now. And once he brings that knee up, he's going to look to step over and hip in, but he really gives it up. Minute 28 to go here. Second period. And now he goes right back to that crossface. This is where Dean's tough.
He has it right there. I thought he had it locked in.
Jackson Dean receives Rodney in the blue singlets tonight and Smyrna in the silver. And now he's going right back to that crossface cradle again. Instead, he goes to the bottom leg Turk. And he's looking for the fall. He's getting some backs.
He was working hard for that. He finally got it. He stayed with it until he got it. Now he's got him on the edge of the mat. This is where the new out-of-bounds rules come into effect.
That's right. And we're going to go out of bounds. 3 back for Jackson Dean. He goes up 5-0.
Yeah, he stayed with that until he got it.
It looks like we have injury time or blood time here. And it's going to be blood time.
Yeah, I was thinking that he would have put him back on his feet. We had blood time with Kelly. I'm assuming it's a bloody nose. Can't see from up where we're sitting.
Yeah. Looks like mouth or one of the two. 5-0, 7-0 lead for Jackson Dean as he gets 2 sets of backs out of that.
Yeah, I was shocked he had 2 sets of back points there. I mean, I didn't think he recovered, but not really.
A lot of times with Dean, you have a hard time recovering.
I mean, he did come back up. I don't know. It was a different move, but I thought he still was in the scramble position.
So we're going to have 45 seconds on the restart after blood time. They've cut the blood time, so now we're just cleaning up and getting ready to wrestle. And Dean pacing, ready to get right back at it.
CR is going to need bonus points here now. Give them up a forfeit of 45. They have to forfeit 45 now. They have no one else to run up there.
They're warming up. Maybe they announced them at 32, so maybe the public address announcer was incorrect.
If he was incorrect, he had to be over 34
right,
now.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
But if that's not the case, they have to forfeit 45, and I believe then you have to make up bonus points.
Right.
I can't see anyone beating Smyrna and giving a forfeit away.
No, it's going to make it tough. So here we go, back to action. Ryan Kelly has got the blood cleaned up. And he'll be back in the bottom position here with 45 seconds to go. Jackson Dean back on top. He's up 7-0, or 7-0, correct. Kelly comes to his feet. Jackson cuts back, chops the wrist. And he's right back to working that top side, looking for a crossface or something up top to get the turn here.
That's what Kelly needed. He went off the whistle hard, forces Dean to be on the defensive mode, then on the attacking mode. And unfortunately, he got stopped.
And look, Dean goes near side cradle, and they go out of bounds. 19 seconds left here in the second period.
Good start for Dean.
Dean this time goes tight waist ankle, stopping the stand-up.
Other than that quick burst of when we stood up and got breaking deck down, has been the only time he's really come close to even scoring on the bottom. He's been dominated on top by Dean.
So we're going to go to the third period with Dean up 7-0. He will have choice. And he's going to take bottom position, so a score here builds his major. And you said you feel that this match here, bonus is going to be important.
Yeah, I believe he has the bonus here, so this will get him to the major, and then hopefully he can push it more. I'm assuming he'll be wanting to push it.
And Kelly looking to go crossface cradle, and that's not going to work. Dean's going to get the reversal here.
Yeah, that was he took a big chance, Kelly did there on that. Looked like he was trying
kind
to
of forced it a little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Dean right back to the far arm in the crossface.
Dean has to be looking for the fall here if he can. I mean, I'm assuming he knows his team's going to need bonus points. He already got the major.
Yeah, he's got a high 4 in here and gives it up. And Kelly got to be aware of a stalling call. He's been flat on his belly here since the restart of this period. That's about 45 seconds on his belly. And Dean right back to the crossface.
He's trying to get that
crossface cradle.
He's trying. He's been digging for it. Last time he kept digging, he finally got it.
All right. And there he goes again, right back to the crossface, looking to go near side, probably bottom leg Turk.
He's been dominant on top. I mean, Kelly has not done much off the bottom. I mean, he's been belly flat here for about 40 seconds. And I'm sure the referee's getting ready to warn him here.
40 seconds to go here in the match. And that's going to be a stalemate. Interesting.
And the crowd didn't like that.
Nah, neither did Coach Rigby. 9-0, 36 seconds left here in the match with Jackson Dean with a 9-0 lead.
I'll tell you, I got a big appreciation for refereeing. It's a lot harder than people
yes,
think.
it is.
Say that. It's a lot of judgment things you have to do. And I mean,
here comes Dean with a tilt, getting the swipes. And referee holding 2 and awards it 11-0 for Jackson Dean. It looks like looking Peterson here maybe, Kelly, as he's clamping on that right elbow.
And he's got the ball and chain, keeps from getting around, and he was dominant on top the whole 2 periods he was on there.
So the Caesar Rodney Riders strike first with a major decision, 11-0 from Jackson Dean, the number 3 wrestler at 138 pounds.
And that's a great start for CR. Now we'll see if this young man can wrestle 45. And it definitely had to be an announcement error if he can. If not, it's a forfeit.
I'm sure we'll definitely see Greg Baum here.
It's a forfeit. And
it's going to be a forfeit. So Caesar Rodney gets the major decision, and it's 6-4 with the forfeit coming up. And this is not a case where they just chose not to wrestle somebody. They just didn't have anybody weighed in at that weight. So that's going to move us to 152. And that's going to bring up number 5 for Caesar Rodney Riders, Riley Tracy. And we're underway at 152. Riley Tracy and Mike G. Or no, this is Greg Baum bumping up.
Yeah, I kind of thought this would happen. I mean, Hal did exactly what I'd done. I'd have definitely sent some of them and ran him up. This is why you almost got to have a body there to force them to somebody.
Just at least freeze that guy.
And now CR kid now he has to save points here. I mean,
6-4. See the Smyrna Eagles lead with their number 1 145-pounder in the state, Greg Baum, bumping up to 152 after the forfeit. Double leg shot stuffed by Tracy, and they go out of bounds. Tracy almost got around behind him.
Yeah, that'd been. He needs to get something off started. Been a great takedown to get started for him.
Tracy started out with a hot season. He's cooled off a little bit here in the last couple of weeks. Tonight he's going up against a number 1 wrestler in the state, state champ 2 years ago.
The young man's improved a lot from last year. I mean,
Riley Tracy absolutely
really has. I mean, he's really improved a lot. You know, people don't understand these kids today wrestle. If they spend some time in the summer, you can pick up 2 full seasons.
Right. No, Riley Tracy wrestled a lot in the spring down in the Mawa series. That's 3-4 tournaments there. So, yeah, and against some PA and some Jersey and Maryland competition. 0-0 here so far in the first period, 152. I believe Baum was out a couple weeks injured. There he goes with a high crotch, looking to dump. Riley Tracy drops the hips on him. And now he's reached for the ankle. Maybe should go blocker there. 22 seconds to go. Baum switches off to the double, and Tracy gives up the takedown. 2-0.
And Baum got the 2 points there. He really had to work for it. I mean, Tracy did a good job of getting them hips away. Right. Baum kept driving through and finally got the 2 points.
So Baum gets the first takedown here at 152. He's up 2-0.
9 seconds to go in the first period.
Tracy comes to his feet and turns, has a whizzer. He might get out of this with an escape. He does get the escape.
That's a big point, Benny.
Yes, it is. And it's the point that drives coaches crazy.
9 seconds, and did a very good job putting that whizzer in and scrambled to the front.
And they're going to go optional start. And Tracy's trying to push him away. Baum turns around and gets the 1. And that's a 3-1 lead for Greg Baum. Greg Baum headed to Muhlenberg next year to wrestle.
Oh, very nice. So you can see there, Rigby wants him on his feet, so it looks like he'll try to keep him here. And that's obviously letting him go. See how this period goes. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take neutral in the third period.
Yeah, sure. Baum putting on a good hand fight here, snatching the head around, moving Riley out of position. Tracy might want to get those hands ready a little bit.
He's a little high, too.
Yeah, he's standing up a little high with his hands about waist high. And Baum's already hit him a couple of high crotches here.
That's why conditioning is so important in wrestling. I mean, the guys that stay in shape, you stay in them good positions. You know, when you get tired, that's when you get high and out of position. And
yeah, even in my elementary, middle school club, we work every single night on stance and motion. I mean, you're in it all the time.
It's crucial. You watch some of these big-time college matches. 8 o'clock tonight, Penn State wrestles Ohio State. And,
got it on delay, got it on tape, baby.
Yeah.
I'm recording it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, too. I still think Penn State could be 5-5 in that thing, even without their big gun.
Right. And on low ankle here, low single by Baum. Tracy gets the ankle whizzer, the shin whizzer. And Baum needs to clear, limp arm clear. He does. And they're going to say, oh, now he gives him a 2. And that's going to bring Coach Rigby to the table. And there was a lot of indecision on that call. And if there's indecision, you might want to rethink that call.
Well, the out-of-bounds rules are instead of it's the important point of each wrestler's out of bounds. I mean, from where I see, I can't see that, but that's definitely a questionable call. Either he's right or he's wrong, but it's right on the edge.
Right. Well, and the referee in his motion makes it a questionable call. There was a lot of gestures going on there before the 2 went up.
And they were in that position for a little while. I mean, I knew Rigby was going to come question, but whether he was in or out, I would have no chance to see from here. But definitely was a big takedown for Smyrna.
Well, you can make that call less controversial just by selling it. Throw the 2 up.
Throw it up.
But it's a takedown, 5-1 for Greg Baum. Tracy again comes to his feet, looking to cut. And he does, cuts and scores, 5-2.
I tell you, he's wrestling really tough. I mean, he really has been. Tracy has been a good job of attacking, staying on him. You stay on these guys, and later in the match, if your conditioning is there, you have a chance to pull it out in the third period.
15 seconds left here in the second period. 5-2. Tracy will have choice. Like we said, they'll probably go neutral.
I just always tell my guys I coach, Benny, you know, something you control is conditioning.
Right.
I mean, you get your butt in shape, and bottom line
you
is
can do that after practice.
You have a chance to win. If you keep it close to the third period, I've always said that tiredness makes a coward out of all of us. I mean, bottom line, when he's tired.
And he's going to take the bottom position here. And interesting because Baum is a hammer on top. And he drops down on the stand-up to the ankle.
Be a stalemate in a minute.
And Tracy's able to cut the score, 5-3. So far, Riley Tracy doing his job.
He's wrestling real tough. This is one that, you got to say that running the number 1 kid up to you, your job is to fight the fight. And he's definitely done that. Talking to Rigby before the match, and he was talking about some matchups, about wanting to see his kids compete. He has to be proud this young man's competing.
Right.
I tell you what, he can stay on him here, get a takedown, and really turn this place on its head.
Yes, it will. As we said, the Riders brought a nice crowd here tonight. It's not that far down the road, and it's a rivalry.
Yeah, CR's always travel well. I mean,
minute to go here. Attempting a drag there by Riley Tracy. I just kind of feel like Baum's a little just can't get the offense he wants right now. Riley Tracy's just doing a good job with the hand fight.
Well, I think Riley Tracy's setting the pace of the match, too. Right. I think he's pushing him and getting after him.
Double leg and they go out of bounds.
Also back to the center.
And you got to be careful. Riley Tracy has a nice little elbow pass. You could be make sure you're moving your feet when he goes with it.
He has to start trying to open up now. He's down 2 points, so he can't say, 35 seconds to go. He has to push the issue here. Take a couple shots, take a couple chances.
Baum keeping inside control. So Tracy tries to snap the wrist out of it. But Baum steps away. And you see Tracy's, he's setting up. He's looking for that shot. Maybe one shot at the end of the period. And there it is, a shot off the elbow pass. Misses, and he stays right after it.
Yeah, he got bombs on the ropes here now.
Under 10 seconds to go. And Baum fights it off. And a win for Baum, but I tell you what, Coach Rigby has to be happy with the job Raleigh Tracy just did.
He really did a heck of a job. He pushed the issue the whole time, too. I love his third period. I mean, just wish he would try to gamble. Whether you lose by 4 or you lose by 2, take a chance at the end, try to win get in the overtime.
So that's going to bring up number 2, J.T. Davis for Smyrna. And I believe Sam Tolson for the Riders.
Rodney, Sam Tolson, and for Smyrna, J.T. Davis.
So Davis and Tolson here at 160 pounds.
Another match with CR seems like they'll be a little outmanned a little bit here, but watching the last young man wrestle, anything can happen. I've always said wrestlers, if you can set the pace in the first period, you can wear your guy down going in the third. A lot of guys try to save their gas for the third period. By that time, the guy hasn't pushed enough.
Right. And looks like he's going to say no takedown.
And that was close. He almost had that other ankle.
If he could have secured that other ankle. We're at 160 pounds here. Smyrna leads 9-4. No score here in this one. There's a single leg by Davis, and he's going to get to 2.
That was a real nice pass by. Passed it by and really finished it well.
160. Our top 2 guys in the state are also in the Hellman Conference. Number 1 is Avery Mann of Polytech, and J.T. Davis of Smyrna here is ranked number 2, a sophomore. And he's looking to tilt, getting the swipes. Holding 3. Referee Terry Geyer awards a 3. 5-0 lead for J.T. Davis.
This young man sure has to save points here. I mean, I know his job is to fight to save points.
This is a weight class where the Riders have really gone through injuries. I think they finally got Tolson descent down from 70. 60 and 70, they have suffered a lot of injuries. They had at 70 to start the season, they had Ryan Rigby, who was ranked number 3 in the state, out for the season with an elbow injury, had to have surgery. So that was a big blow to the Riders.
Well, I've always said wrestling is one of your toughest sports to coach, not because of the daily grind. That's one reason, but the other one is you can't just grab a guy and put him in a position.
Right.
He has to be 160-pound weight.
Right.
So you not only have to find a body, and a body weighs that much.
Got a body fit.
Yes, build that lineup. So, I mean, it's really tough. I know a lot of guys don't understand the work you got to put in the hallways and cafeterias to get guys out. Because you got to have guys in weights. I mean, you can't just have 80 kids. You have 80 kids in different weight classes.
Right. Under 10 seconds to go here in the first period. 5-0 for J.T. Davis of Smyrna. Eagles leading 9-4. But they're getting ready to get to their big guns here as we move to the second period. And we're going to have more blood time. This time, J.T. Davis for Smyrna. So far, pretty much what we expected. Not with the forfeit and Baum bumping up. Getting a couple of texts here. A lot of people wanted to see Dean Baum, but different route that Coach Rigby's going to take to try to win this match.
Yeah, I'd love to see it just to see it.
Right.
I mean, I didn't think Baum looked as sharp as I've seen him in the past. I mean, I thought Dean was sharp in his match, but competition sometimes changes what you're doing. You never know. I was really impressed with CR's
Riley Tracy.
He did a heck of a job. I mean, he kept the pressure on Baum the whole time, but Baum's ranked number 1 for a reason.
That's right. 5-0 as we start the second period, and J.T. Davis is going to take the bottom position. And we're underway in the second period. Sit out attempt by Davis, comes to his feet. Tolson from behind goes into the crotch and looking to spiral. And cuts and scores 6-0 for Davis. And this is where the Riders have to weather the storm these next few weight classes.
Yeah, you look at it. I've always told you when I've coached you matchup, 18 points in 3 weight classes. If you're outmanned, how many less than 18 can I give up and survive to be able to win the dual meet?
Takedown for J.T. Davis. He's got the major decision built with an 8-0 lead here in the second.
Nice tight waist, really tight. I wish high school went to bigger mats. I just think the wrestling areas are small.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the one big mat we have in the state, Caesar Rodney, has the 50-footer.
I mean, you want to see more wrestling.
Right.
I mean,
if you can get to the edge of that match, you might be stalling.
Yeah, even wish we went to the college out of bounds rule, make it easy.
Right.
One toe, 1 foot in. But
We're getting closer and closer. I mean, sometimes we don't fully commit.
I've talked to Coach Holloway, who's one of our rule interpreters in the nation and national level, and the reason is a lot of people don't have the gym space.
Right.
So you got to have the 10-foot areas.
And buy the $12,000 mat, right?
So, I mean, we're not going to get there for a while, but it would be nice. I mean, it's really takes a lot of guesswork out for officials.
Right. 45 seconds to go here in the second period. 8-0 lead for JT Davis of Smyrna. He's looking to run a bar, wristing a bar. Henlip Conference Northern Division Showdown. He's going to get a turn, looking for some count here. And the count begins. And he's going to switch this to a double armbar, looking for the fall. 20 seconds to go, second period. And he's going to get 3 back, go up 11-0.
This is what Smyrna wants. They want to come out of here with the maximum number of points they can.
And we're going to get a potentially dangerous call here on that armbar.
I'd imagine one more turn, he's going to try to tell them, look for something big.
Right. 10 seconds to go here, second period. And looks like Davis is going to ride him out here to the second period. And we'll go to the third period with CR Choice. And they're going to take top.
I think it's a smart move. I would have put him on top, too. You're trying to save points here. You know, make sometimes a tech fall better than a pin.
Right, absolutely. 11-0 lead for JC Davis. Rides to his feet, gets the escape. He goes up 12-0. Shot by Tolson. And Davis looking to go near side cradle off the takedown. And he's going to get the 2. So the next turn needs to be a pin or it's going to be a tech fall.
And now he's
going inside wrist.
Now, if I'm Smyrna right now, I'm looking for something big. I mean, I don't want a little tilt.
Right.
I want to look for something I can pin him with.
Yeah.
At least for a while. I'll wait until late. I got time here.
If I'm CR, I'm going to lay on my belly and let the stall calls come.
Yeah, yank a singlet.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yank a singlet, give up a point. No, unethical probably. But
right. And going Okie bar and steps and throws it the other way.
And he's tight. He's tight. If he can fight off, he earned it. He is tight there.
And gets the fall. So fall for Caesar Rodney. And the Eagles go up 15-4. As we move to 170 pounds, it's going to be Dakota Kerr. And what a week he's had.
Yeah, he had a big one last night. Knocked off number 1 ranked Montgomery from Silesia Adam. And
I think Montgomery's a 2-time finalist, isn't he?
yes, 2-time finalist. And big win for Kerr. And like I said, not just for the win, but I think it gives you confidence moving forward.
He was number 3 in the state going into last night. He's up against Sam Irving tonight as the Eagles lead 15-4.
And I got to think, Kurt Howe's telling his guys now, this is when we got to try to pedal the bike a little faster.
Right.
At 170 for Caesar Rodney, Samuel Irvin, and for Smyrna, Dakota Kerr.
Irving's one of, I think, 3 or 4 guys that have appeared in the lineup for Caesar Rodney this year at 170. He's been in 182 even a couple times. And the Riders still trying to rebuild that program.
Yeah,
they're only 6 years out from a state title. 2011, 2012, and
they lost to Dickie Howe, and then they lost to some program kids.
Right.
I think Rigby's done a good job. He'll get them back to where they're supposed to be, I would believe.
Right.
I mean, it takes time. You got good feeder systems. One thing I always say about Downstate's not as watered down. There's too many schools up there.
Yeah, you're right.
So you have a chance here to build your programs. They don't have many options.
Yeah, you can't swing a stick in New Castle County without hitting a school somewhere.
There's too many schools. I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, I've been at William Penn for years, and the bottom line is, you know, we compete with 7 schools.
Right.
I mean, people don't realize that, but I mean, we don't compete. You got your Polytech, Sussex Techs here, but other than that, there ain't many schools.
Right. Yeah, you got one technical school in each county down there, and one charter in Sussex. 0-0 Dakota Kerr and Sam Irving. Kerr ranked number 3. That's going to change after the weekend with his big win over Logan Montgomery.
Yeah, he should take over. Possibly.
Probably Schneider will probably move up.
Yeah, Snyder. I've seen Snyder a few times from Middletown. Very, very good kid. Very technical. Like I said, another weight class, I believe, is 4 or 5 of them dead even.
Approaching 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Yeah, I tell you, coming out, you know, and there's going to be a stall on CR. Coming out the first period where, you know, you're in the strength, you're in the teeth of the monster right here, and, you know, the Riders aren't giving up quick takedowns and going to their back. They're staying in position and fighting.
I got to think, Kurt, for Hal, he's thinking that 0-0 is a lost period for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Win for CR. I mean, he hasn't set the pace of the match. I mean, I believe you have to set the pace. You know, I always say you got to break the spirit of the man first.
Right, and you can't always wait for Tony Weiss to come out and do it.
No,
you know,
right. Tony Weiss is probably pound for pound the best wrestler in the state.
Right now, yeah, absolutely. Headed to NC State next year. Kerr is going to McDaniel College next year to wrestle.
Very nice. Ain't that where your son went?
That's where Trey went. He went to McDaniel. And where Ronnie Weiss currently is, former Smyrna wrestler.
I know the Weiss is real well. Wrestled his father a few times back in the 80s.
Second period underway, and we're getting a tilt here by Kerr. And Kerr turned Montgomery last night.
He's holding points, so he got him.
Kind of changed the whole match. It was, you know, one of those 0-0s, and he gets a couple tilts, and there's 3 back.
See, right there is where, in my opinion, he should have took neutral.
Right.
I mean, I just think his job is to fight the fight.
Right.
He did a great job on his feet. Guess what? I'm going to force him to stay another 4 minutes here.
Right. And there's 2 more back. Makes it 5-0 for Kerr. And this is what Kerr did last night. He got on top, got a couple tilts, and built an early lead that Montgomery just couldn't recover from. Montgomery had a couple of nice lat drops, but they both went out of bounds.
I've always felt that in wrestling, if you guys not experienced, the best place to keep is on your feet.
Right.
And right there, you know, in the first period, he did a good job. He blocked well.
Well, and when you talk about inexperience, what's the first thing you're going to work on with a new wrestler?
Is on
your feet. So.
And he hadn't been hit with stall either. So
they did have 1 stall warning.
One warning. So other than that, I mean, I'll take that in a match where I'm trying to save points.
Right. 5-0 lead for Kerr. And he's looking around a bar hook here. And there goes the tilt again. Kerr gets it over, but can't put him in the pocket there.
Yeah, the blocks just weren't there. Coming back to driving at 12 o'clock here.
Tolson able to free the wrist and comes back to a base and they go out of bounds. 21 seconds when we get back to the center. JT Davis able to get a big pin for the Eagles. Tolson comes to his feet, cut back Hazard, can't put him in the pocket again one more time. And he's just having a little trouble building that pocket there, Marvin.
He gets him over, doesn't have the block to keep the pocket to get the points.
Right.
He was close. He got a 1 count twice.
Got a 1 count. Yep.
I still don't believe he has the 2 yet. So oh, man.
Ooh,
Nice
big crossface.
Very close.
Yeah, that's at the buzzer. You got to be careful of that one.
Yeah, that was a pretty good crossface.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we have, I guess, blood on the mat. I mean, he wound up on that one. And the CR fans are letting them know about it.
Yeah, he hammered him right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a crossface for no good reason. It was at the end of a period. He was shoving the head down and let it come up.
Sometimes it looks worse from a fan's perspective.
Right.
When you're right close to as an official, you kind of see things. I had a couple last week, the same thing. It looked bad, but really they're not really bad.
Right.
So you're really not sure.
Sometimes you miss.
Yeah. Or officials that are texting me, they can critique us and let us know if there was a
right.
cross.
There's a couple of them here too. And we're still on blood time. Not so much about being hard, about
there was no purpose.
There was no purpose for it. You know. Yeah, he was. You know, he knew the period was ending. You know, he was watching the clock, holding the head down.
Didn't gain anything.
Right.
There's a lot of blood time in
that. Yeah, better to do it now. You don't want to do that in a state final or a semifinal and
cost yourself.
Cost yourself, right? Stranger things have happened. We've seen a lot of them. Third period at 170. It's 5-0 lead for Dakota Kerr.
Third period, Smyrna took top, I guess.
It looks like, yeah, going to go for the fall.
Yeah.
Tolson comes right to his feet. Hand fight. Kerr lifts at the edge of the mat. He's going to get the one, maybe two. He gets the escape.
Nice. That was a very good thing, but he got dominated the whole period on bottom. Now he's off. This is where he's done well on his feet. So.
Well, I often talk to Marvin about the injury timeout or blood timeout. When they come in off that timeout, there's going to be a 15 to 20 second surge. Well, that time it was Tolson with the surge.
Yeah, the one thing I'd say, I've always worked my kids hard, and I've always felt that I just call them timeouts. I mean, the referee has to stop it on certain things, but, you know, it's a disadvantage. I mean, guys that really work hard and get themselves in shape to guys that just want to stop. The only thing is great rules now, you stop twice, the guy gets choice, so that's a good thing. But conditioning, I've always felt that the guys can make up a lot in the ground with conditioning.
Minute 30 to go in the match. 5-1 lead for Dakota Kerr.
And if stay like this, I believe it's a win for CR.
Right, I agree.
I mean, he's done good.
Irving doing the same job Riley Tracy as they go out of bounds.
You know, you have matches and you look through your stuff. Just because things don't go right, everyone still has their job to do.
That's right.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work out. But this would be a win, in my opinion, for CR if it stayed 5-1.
And we're back on the edge, out of bounds. Kerr looks like he's wanting to throw him to his back now.
Hey, kind of getting frustrated with Hal for some reason. And I think the young man is making frustrated.
Go back out of bounds again. You know, some people at home might be saying, is this stalling? But it's the same thing Baum did at the end of his match, just keeping good position. You know, you call it stalling, you call it defense.
Nice shot in.
And nice shot in by Irving. He's going to crack it down. Kerr looking to funk. You better be careful. He's going to hook that bottom leg and pop his head.
Pop his head, get two. Underdog, get underdog.
That's a takedown.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, gave up a little crossbody back to him.
Right.
I got to love good old hard wrestling. Man, we don't see enough of it.
And we're going to go out of bounds. 19 seconds left. And Irving's going to be in the top position.
Man, that's a nice 40 seconds wrestle by that young man.
Right.
I mean, frustrated, and got the takedown, and he's really getting after him on top, too.
He's looking for a turn. And Kerr comes to his feet. And we're going to step out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left. Sam Irving did a great job here. Kerr is going to get the win. But Irving, he kept it just to a regular decision.
Irving wrestled really tough. Really did a good job. And really, at the end of that match, he really out-wrestled him the last minute.
So that's a win for Dakota Kerr. And that's 3 more points, 18-4.
It just goes to show you. You look at these rankings, these guys. Our state, there's a lot of guys can be beat.
Right.
There's a lot of things that are real close. And right there, that young man's not even ranked. He really dominated that last minute of that match.
Absolutely. Here we go at 182 pounds. And it's going to be Paul Hicks for Cesar Rodney. And I believe Josh Daly for Smyrna.
Hey, Josh is ranked number 2 in the state right now for Smyrna. Now, Smyrna's got to be looking. They got to get more bonus points out of these weight cut through here, so he should push the envelope here, try to the bonus. Hicks' job would be the same thing as last one.
Right. Hicks was ranked at 195. Talking to my son, he said the plan had been for him to descend all year, and he gets to 182 last week in the Dover match.
Well, could be a chance to get him in the rank.
That's right. 82 is a competitive weight class.
Yeah. I've been impressed with CR's fight.
Right.
I'll tell you, I know, coming in, Smyrna may be favored, but I really think CR has pushed the envelope. That guy's a real wrestler tough. And Smyrna, I mean, you got to give them credit. They've had a tough stretch here.
Yes, they have.
Sussex Central, Sally, and CR.
3 ranked teams in a week, in what, 5 days?
I mean, I give Kurt Howe and his staff a lot of credit. That's a tough road.
Just keeping the mental attitude for these
that's
kids.
what I'm saying. I mean, you look at some of you guys maybe wrestle a little bit flatter, but you've had 3 tough matches.
And Daly gets the takedown, and Hicks lucky not to go to his back on that bear hug. And now looking to go 3-quarter Nelson.
He's got it too. Yeah, he lost it.
Lost the leg.
Yeah, lost
as
the
Hicks
leg.
stood up and popped it out.
Yeah, sweep that leg around. He has, if he can sweep the leg with it. Nice job.
And Hicks jumps up and escapes out of it.
And gets right after him, too. I love it. Nice to see guys wrestle hard wrestling. One thing I can tell you, CR hasn't backed down. None of their guys.
No, not at all.
They've wrestled really tough.
Like we said, they're right in the meat of the Smyrna order.
Yep.
And we're in a 19 or 18-4 match. Still some big guns to come for Smyrna.
Well, the 195-pound who gets the short straw for CR.
That's right.
I mean, that's Weiss is just phenomenal right now. Nice job. I mean, on the edge of the match.
2-1. That's how the first period is going to end.
Wasn't a bad period. CR's choice.
Daly transferred from Caravel. He was a top-ranked wrestler in the state as a sophomore, had to sit out. One of the few guys that got hit by that rule, the transfer rule, and he had to miss last season when he transferred back home to Smyrna. You wait this year, and he could have transferred legally. They changed the rule. That's a reversal for Paul Hicks.
Nice reversal from Hicks, and staying on the top. I tell you that transfer rule, Tommy Neubauer, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trying to make things regulated and all that. But
right.
It's not easy. I mean, Tommy Neubauer does a good job of
sure.
the best he can, but it's a tough thing. I mean, kids live one area, want a choice somewhere, but
right. Something doesn't go right,
yes. And I feel bad for any kid having to sit
right.
up. But
and it's an athletic thing only. You could transfer and play in the band when you came back, so.
It's tough. I say no. I know I wouldn't want Tommy's job.
I hear you. And he's done a good job after taking over for Kevin Charles a few years back.
Yeah, he's been there a long time with Kevin Charles, and now he's there.
Middletown guy, correct?
I believe he was the AD at Middletown at one time, I believe.
Under a minute to go here in the second period. We're 3-3 between Daly and Hicks. .45 seconds to go. Shot by Daly, stuffed by Hicks. Hicks just keeping good inside position.
Hey, Hicks has wrestled well. I mean, this great match here. 32 seconds to go in the second period, but he's really pushed the envelope here. I'm just glad to see guys don't wrestle the ranking.
Right, you're right. Yeah.
Wrestle and then see what happens. Hey, Hicks has been the more dominant, as far as not dominant, been more aggressive wrestler.
Right.
Now, he's been aggressive. He's been getting after him.
There's a low single by Daly.
Nice.
Can't turn away from that. You got to stay in and fight, especially with short time. Oh! And he's going to give him 2 there on the quick touch. He's going to go college rule on us.
That's a big takedown end of the period, too. Big takedown. I do think it was 2.
Yeah.
But it's a big takedown for the young man.
So we move to the third period. Hicks will be on top, trailing 5-3.
Daly gets the escape here, hopefully. I think Hicks wants to be on his feet, in my opinion. I would let him go.
He's going to lift, return, big return. I love those big mat returns. Take a little sting out of that guy.
I always say you kill their spirits.
Yeah.
I always say stay aggressive, kill their spirits, stay on them. Wrestling tough here. I just don't believe he'll turn him. That's why I think you go on your feet, get 2 takedowns. You got to work for 2 takedowns.
And they go out of bounds.
They can waste some valuable time. I think you need 2 takedowns to get it overtime. I don't think he'll turn him.
No.
I don't know the young man that well to say that, but.
And he's going to go optional start. Just as you said, he's going to go optional start.
Now, let him go. And get back, give him the points you can go after.
6-2 lead for Daly, Josh Daly. Shot by Hicks. They go out of bounds. Minute 13 on the restart.
Has to pick the pace up now. He needs 2 takedowns to get in overtime. Unless he can take him to his back.
He had a big win over Ark Willie from Dover and then a 14-13. You know, as a coach, Marvin, they drive you crazy.
They drive you crazy as an official, too. A lot of points and their match is out of control.
Under a minute to go. He had a takedown at the buzzer the other night against Dover.
Heard that was a real physical match.
Yeah. Well, it's another big rivalry match, and that's going to be a takedown. And some bash. Might get the fall here on the edge. And they go out of bounds. 3 back.
Rigby is really hot.
He is, and he's got a major decision right now. Seconds to go here in the match. Hicks is going to need to get an escape to race that major decision. He rises up to quad stance, cuts, and he scores 11-4. Takes away the major, and now he just has to not give up a takedown. Daly has to get after it. We talked about the Smyrna big guys needing to get the bonus, and he tries to throw again. Wow. Caught him out of bounds.
A lot of out of bounds calls. There's 3 of them in this match that were close.
Right. And Hicks with a standing mixer. If he can get that hand up, he's got it. If he can step through.
He'll go with a hard step through there.
And he's not going to get a nice job by Daly getting out of it. And that's going to be another takedown for Daly. And gets the major back. And 2 back. And Wiest is going to come out at 132, or 195, as we build a 22-4 team score lead for Smyrna.
This has to be a little emotional for this young man. Had a chance to be a 4-time state champ. Got hurt in 1 year, but
on a broken arm, yeah.
This is his probably last. I don't have the states here, but his last dual meet as a team. For his team going into the playoffs, he'll have a couple more here, but. Young man has been impressive to watch. Love his style. Get right after it.
And he gets a takedown near the edge.
Wow.
And they're going to go out of bounds. And illegal hold for something.
I have no idea what his call there was. He called that a slam?
But he gave him a takedown?
I don't think it was a slam. I don't know what it was called. I don't know what his call was. I have no idea.
No, he does. He did call it a slam. So. All right, so it was something after the takedown, Marvin.
Yeah, I don't know what was called there. I didn't think they were off the feet.
No.
Slam. I don't know if it was a full Nelson or.
Yeah, he's got 2 boots in. This is where he's tough. We watched this last night. 2 boots in the power half. And there's guys, top-ranked guys in the country that are having trouble stopping this thing.
He beats up now, twist on top here. Yeah, tough task for the bottom man. A tough task. He's tight. He's gone.
And there's the fall.
Yeah,
as Weiss gets the fall. And he's going to get an unsportsmanlike.
See, I don't believe in that. I think,
Well, he stepped over him, stood over him,
I thought he clapped those
and then did that. And that's going to be a match point, I think. Was that a team point?
Yeah, I thought he clapped him at his bench. I didn't see him step over him. I mean, I tell you, wrestling's an emotional sport.
Absolutely.
I don't know what was said there, but it's. I thought he clapped at his bench. I may have missed what you just saw. I didn't see any of that. But
Well, he did stand over him a little bit. He did lose a team point there, so there was an unsportsmanlike on that. As we move to 220, another number 1 ranked wrestler.
I mean, if he's calling it because he gestured to his team, I don't think that should be called. That's my opinion. And,
A couple of years ago, about 5 years ago, they were big on that, about the celebrating in the center of the mat.
I'm not saying you celebrate towards the other bench. Sport is a team sport. I mean, football, we jump up and down.
Right.
I mean, that's just my opinion. But, of course, I'm not reffing tonight. I don't know something was said down there either. I mean, sometimes things are said.
220 pounds, here we go. Number 1 ranked Hunter Moyer for Smyrna. And Brendan Holder. And Brendan Holder, he's a guy that's just floating around, hanging around. He's probably a number 7 or number 8 guy in the rankings, but he just hadn't been able to bust into the rankings yet. But he's one you got to be careful of.
Yeah, you never. I mean, this is an opportunity for the young man.
Yeah, absolutely. 220 pounds on the mat. The Eagles lead 27-4. Before we swing around to the lightweights, where we're going to have what could be some more competitive matches. Although I have to say, Caesar Rodney has made these matches, some of these upper weights, competitive.
I've been impressed with CR. I've been, and some of them I thought they were outmanned a little bit, but they were close matches. I mean, look at the young man who gave up the major damn, but he really had 2 5-point moves.
Mm-hmm.
Take them away, and he loses by 3.
Minute to go, first period. Moyer drops down, trying to get a single leg, and low leg. Doesn't get to it, though. Holder was a all-conference football player, too. Got to do their game against Cape. A man had a scoop and score.
I tell you, I think more football players should wrestle. I want all my football players to wrestle. I think it helps you, pushing weight, linemen push weight.
Right.
A better way to push weight than here.
I think another sport that wrestling closely resembles is lacrosse in the face-off position.
Yeah, I just think guys don't do enough of it. Wrestling can help you, tackling and all that stuff. I mean, I tell my guys that, but
I saw a stat. I want to say it was in the high 80% of Super Bowl guys in the Super Bowl that played multiple sports.
Yeah. Well, I've been a clinic out with Urban Meyer from Ohio State. He said he don't look at a guy unless they play at least 2.
Right.
I mean, you look at stuff like that. They want guys to compete. I always say the more you compete, the better you are. I want to compete year round.
Yeah, and I often tell my parents, when somebody comes and tells you that if you stick with me and specialize in this one sport, I can take you places, stop listening to that guy.
They know what they're telling you, you're paying them.
That's right.
I mean, the bottom line is kids need to compete. First of all, you play one sport all the time, you tear your muscles out.
Right.
When you play different sports, I was a baseball player, I was a wrestler, I was a football player. I competed year round. There wasn't nothing I didn't do that any weight room could do for me.
Right.
I mean, and be a 3-sport guy, be a 2-sport guy. Help your school out.
Right. Especially the small schools. Second period underway, and Marvin, another 0-0 first period with Caesar Rodney up against a top-ranked guy. Number 1 in the state, Hunter Moyer. Also an excellent football player, I believe, first-team All-State defensive end.
Yes.
On the state champion Smyrna Eagles.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing Smyrna. He beat me up a few times, Ben. He beat me up.
He's looking to get a power half here.
Very good football player, very good wrestler. I mean, this is...
Holder looking to come out the back door. And if he just get that left arm limp.
He got it.
And he's going to get to a leg. And does not earn his escape. Now he does escape for Brendan Holder.
Been really impressed with CR, the way they push some of this. Some of this could be Smyrna's been tested.
Yeah,
they got to be.
You have to believe they're a little weary this week.
Yes. I mean, you just can't. The adrenaline of 3 big matches. Just think about it. I mean, the adrenaline you had to stay at that level.
Right.
I mean, they haven't wrestled at their best, but they haven't wrestled bad either.
Right. Well, they're leading 27-4.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, they survived this week, and they're going to be the top seed in the upcoming Division I duels. And looking over under, and goes to drop a lat drop. Holder puts him to his back on the takedown.
2-2.
And I guess no backs.
I have no.
18 seconds to go, and we're back on our feet. And he is not going to award 2 back there. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Well, if you look at the lat drop over in the 182-pound match.
It was
shot by Moyer in on a single.
Nice wizard. Nice
and Holder able to fight it off. So we'll go to the third period with a 3-1 lead for Brendan Holder.
That was a great wizard. Forced him prepared to go 3-1, him winning 3-1.
And Moyer's going to take bottom. And not only the wizard, Marvin, but facing your opponent in that mid-level single. You turn or go to your side, you're getting taken down. You have to face him. It's your only option. You got to work to get the foot down.
Yeah, that was a good pair by the young man.
Switch attempt by Moyer. He's going to get to his feet and get the escape. Makes it 3-2. Takedown to decide this match at 220 pounds.
3-2. CRK keeps the pressure on here, Moyer.
Both guys pummeling up top. Moyer circling to his hook on the left, Holder circling to his hook on the left side. Holder puts him under in the front head position. And they're going to step out of bounds with 1:34 to go.
The young man's getting after it. Take down and win it, probably. Young man from Smyrna looks like a little winded.
1:30 to go. 1 point lead for Brendan Holder.
Somebody's going to change levels and take a shot.
Moyer showed a couple low leg attacks in this match. Approaching a minute to go.
So I think the CR young man can get us takedown to win the match. Smyrna gets a takedown. I think he won't hold him down. He'll get him back up. We'll need 2.
Good overtime. Double underhook by Moyer. Jacks him up. Goes bear hug. And Holder looking to go side headlock. Not there. Holder's going to get another takedown. And he gets the 2 back this time. And we go out of bounds with 47 seconds. Coach Rigby telling him get back to the center.
Yeah, he's pushing the young man here. He's really getting after it.
(7-2) for Brendan Holder. Unranked Brendan Holder up against number 1 ranked in the state, Hunter Moyer. And Moyer able to get the escape. 7-3.
That's not really bad there. I think he did a good job letting him to his feet. He's done well on his feet. He's very strong. It looks like he's pushing the envelope here.
Right. 38 seconds left in this match. Shot by Moyer, double leg. And Holder able to drop the hips again. Now looking to go behind. Moyer in on a single. Under 30 seconds to go in the match.
Right now, spin behind, get you 2.
Takes the ankle, gets the 2. 9-2 lead for Brendan Holder. 15 seconds left to go here, 220. Upset alert at 220 pounds.
And he's not satisfied. He's still trying to get after it. 7 seconds. This is what CR needs to be in this match. Matches like this. Big win for the young man.
And the Riders steal one. Brendan Holder, not ranked at 220, knocks off the number 1 wrestler in the state. And we're going to move to 285. And that's a happy CR bench right there.
That's a big win for the young man. I mean,
9-3 decision for Brendan Holder.
Also recognizing the 4x200 meter relay. They set a meet record. Congratulations, ladies.
Well, I don't think you can blame the ref here.
What was that?
They were honoring the track team.
Yeah, you can't do it during the wrestle match.
No.
I mean, they stopped right on the edge of the mat. Congratulations, but we're wrestling out
really.
here. We don't run on the track. Do we celebrate wrestle matches, do we?
At heavyweight,
Yeah, you could be penalized a team for that.
That's right.
versus Rodney, Kevin Hudson, and for Smyrna, Brent Young.
Now here's something interesting here, Marvin. I've never seen this happen before. They're going to restart the match.
So 3 seconds of bad time. Right?
It was like 23 seconds.
23 seconds of bad time.
Aren't you supposed to get a minute's rest?
Yeah, I've never seen that for as long as I've been wrestling.
No.
Celebrating the track team when we wrestle match.
So it's Young versus Hudson. Hudson, the freshman, ranked number 3 in the state. Caesar Rodney trying to climb back into his 27-7. That's a big task there.
Yeah, but they've wrestled well. The score doesn't indicate how many matches were good. I've always said wrestling can be, you can lose a lot of close matches. They've had some kids really wrestle well against top guys of Smyrna. Ridley has to be happy with effort so far. It's not often you see a freshman heavyweight being able to compete at this top level. They give Hudson.
And he's so far this season, you go through. He's got a lot of ride-out wins, overtime wins, 1-point wins. So that's a guy that keeps good position. And they're going to go out of bounds with 52 seconds left.
He stays his weight, he'll be a contender for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, heavyweight's a lot of parity this year. A lot of parity. Right now you got Jamie Sherman from Sussex Tech up top. He's winning a lot of 1-point matches.
Well, I had him this afternoon. He won 2-1. This is Snellcastle kids.
Right.
So you're right. Or 2-0. He won 2-0. It's a matter of getting hot at the right time. Heavyweights have always got to be patient. Heavyweights got to be patient.
Right.
One takedown can win you a heavyweight state championship.
That's right.
Believe me, I raised one.
One escape?
I raised one.
Right.
I know. And you train them different too.
Right. And Hudson going to the over-under. Both guys over-under here, and Hudson kind of pushing the pace there and controlling the ties. And this is this guy. I haven't seen Young much this year. I haven't really seen his name in the box scores. So don't know a lot about this young man. So we're going to move to the second period. That's another 0-0 first period. But this time, that's a win for Smyrna as Hudson, the favored wrestler in this match.
Yep, good period by a young man from Smyrna. I mean, he's one of the top guys in the state of heavyweight. These two seem like two lighter heavyweights. They seem like they're real big heavyweights.
And escape by Kevin Hudson. Makes it a 1-0 match.
What is Hudson's weight, do you know?
I believe he's around the 230s, 240 area.
I mean, they look like, both of them look about that way.
Also a football player. He played varsity as a freshman, I believe, this year. And you talk about the resurgence in wrestling, the resurgence in football under Dan Candelaro, state coach of the year.
Yeah, state coach. I was just going to say, couldn't happen to a better guy too. Candelora's a great man, and I've known him for a lot of years. And he was a heck of an athlete out of Dickinson High School, and went on to Dell State. Had great success at Dell State, but it's great to see him have success. Because I know early on they wanted to run him out of town. So but that's how every coach, they always want to run us out of town.
Right. Talk about Dell State. I see Milstead coming back.
I think it's great.
Right.
I think it's great for the program. I think he'll try to keep in-state athletes there, and that's what you have to do. You have to in there, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland.
And that's what University of Delaware is doing right now.
Yeah.
Keeping our talent here.
Well, Dell State was looking at a Waihe, what are they going there for?
1-0 lead for Kevin Hudson. Under a minute to go in the second period.
Well, at heavyweight, that first point's crucial.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the rideouts.
Yeah, my son, we always said we'll get that first point. No one's going to hold us down, so you have a chance if it goes in overtime to win the match. Just pummeling right now, pummeling in and out, circling.
And they go out of bounds again. 26 seconds left on the restart.
You know what gets me about heavyweights? You got to, and I train my son a lot. You got to work for an angle.
Right.
I mean,
right. You can't be straight on all the time.
Use your head. Use your head to create that angle. I mean, half a body against your full body will give you an advantage. These guys are just going straight ahead.
Hudson with a double underhook on the edge. And I saw the referee as they came back out of bounds with a circular motion. That means a stall call could be coming.
He wants to keep action to the center of the mat. I mean, right
and
there.
Out of bounds again.
You have to let him back in. I mean, you got to let him back in.
So we move to the third period at 285. I'm sure Young is going to take the bottom position, and he does in the 1-0 match. Smyrna leads the duel 27-7. We're getting ready to jump around to the little guys. And there's a quick escape by Young. So we're 1-1. The question is, inside trip.
And he had it. He actually had a nice job in the lower level.
Well, you got to get down to the mat afterwards, yeah.
Yes. You always got to bump your chest in his belly button as you go in there. And guys, he probably didn't think he was going to get in there, so he didn't do it.
Right. That's a lot of leg to get through. You got to get your big leg through his big legs. And
I remember when that first came out, a guy, Reyes from Cal State Bakersfield, started that move. Came around with it and made it deadly in the Nationals.
Minute 20 to go here in the match. Underhook and a collar tie by Young. And now both starting to show a little bit of motion as they don't touch it. He looks to go inside trip again and gets there, but Hudson gets the front head in the mixer. Oh, when they go out of bounds.
Yeah, one was going to make a mistake. He keeps stepping on that leg. He's going to get caught.
Yeah.
You're overextending. Heavyweights, you can't overextend like that.
You think they're working on the standing mixer, Caesar Rodney? We've seen a lot of it here in the upper weights.
It's a great move for upper weights, too.
Right.
I mean, it really is. You get guys all balanced.
It's a finisher move, too.
He just stepped in there too dangerous for me.
Right.
Heavyweight, one mistake and get a pin. I mean,
yes, you're right.
I mean, it could be.
And Hudson drops a single, and now bear hug. They're on the edge and out of bounds again with 30 seconds left.
And the CR guy has to pick the pace up, and he didn't score first. I mean,
he scored. No, he did score first. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's a good shot. The guy who scored first can be a more patient. The guy who did, it takes. You can take a chance getting overtime.
Right.
Because either one of them look like they can ride each other out.
Now both escape fairly quickly. So you're right, advantage CR here. Inside trip, now looks side headlock, and they go out of bounds again.
10 seconds.
And that Coach Rigby is trying to tell him to be patient.
Well, if you scored first, he scored first, so he can be patient. That's exactly right. Heavyweight has to be patient.
We'll go one more minute on our feet before we get to those twin rideouts, those twin 30s. And we're going to go to our first overtime match of the night. At 285, and that's where we always seem to find them. A lot of overtime matches at 285.
Yeah, they are a lot of overtime. If you're doing it right, see, I can pin him now. You can still stick him. He's still sticky. I mean, nice job by the referee to finish it out.
Right. And it's a fall for the Riders.
That's big.
Evan Hudson, overtime fall, makes it 27-13.
That's big. I mean, I'll tell you a quick story here. I wrestled St. Mark's one time in a dogfight match, and Mumford gave me 2 points. And he sent the match in overtime, so I was all elated.
Right.
The guy got stuck in overtime.
Right.
It was the worst 2 points I ever got.
Right.
And we lost by 2.
So we're moving back around to the little guys. 106. And we got a ranked matchup here. Joey Natacola, he's ranked number 3 in the state. Patrick Wisniewski, ranked number 2 in the state. Or number 4 in the state.
Yeah, 3 versus 4. That's what people come to see.
And they had a 1-point match earlier in the year.
That was a big pin for CR.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they really closed the gap.
Those 6-point swings are big, man. It's like 2 wins.
Right.
Getting 2 wins. If he could change this one around a little bit, get him a little closer.
27-13, favor of Smyrna. And we're going to have some highly competitive matches coming up here in the last half of the duels. We've got a lot of ranked guys versus ranked guys. We're ending at 132.
Yeah, a lot of guys, like I said, ranked in the top 5. You get the matchups.
These two, the Ernie meeting this year, I believe, was in the finals of the Milford Invitational back in December. Second week of the season.
They're always good to see early in the year and then you see how people improve. They both wrestle a good schedule, so. Oh, nice job.
Then this will throw by, and they go out of bounds. 42 seconds on the restart. 0-0.
Right there, if he could have kept his toes in, he could have had 2.
Natakola, good job with the hand fight. He's using that length and that hand fight to keep Wisniewski at a distance. He gets down to a low single. Wisniewski to the shin whizzer.
You bet whizzer. The other guy's got to work across the
angle. Out of bounds. 25 seconds left in the first. As we said in the beginning of the broadcast, a Smyrna win. And we have a 3-way tie for the Henlopen Conference North title.
And how's that decided, Benny?
I think all 3 teams are awarded the division. What happens is who gets the automatic berth is by point differential.
And that could be key.
Yeah, it could be. You could be talking first or second seed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if CR were to lose and win the differential, state seedings are going to get thrown into a frenzy next week.
And what if Sussex Tech could upset Sussex Central?
Right.
Really do another number.
So a lot of crazy things left to happen.
And things are, you never know because, and the flu's been terrible this year.
Right.
People get sick, not there. Opens the door up. You never know.
When the Riders, even coming out of here with a close loss or win, they're not out of the woods yet because they got Cape and Lopen on Wednesday.
Yeah, you got to. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. But it's been I think Smyrna is the best team.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you're going to win every night.
That's right. Well, and it showed this week. They take the close loss to Central with some guys out of the lineup, but you have to play the hand you're dealt, and then they come back and knock off number 1, and they're beating number 3 right now.
Yeah, right. Central's new coach. Got to be a big win for him.
Yeah, that's a huge win to start his career.
Big job getting guys ready, and you always got to be impressed with your teams when they face a team that people say are better.
Right.
They react, no matter who's there.
Right, and then the pressure of the rematch of the state championship last year. Your 42-year legend coach, you're taking over for him, and a lot on the mat there the other night. Minute to go here in the second period. Wisniewski comes to his feet, goes right back down, and good ride being put on here by Joey Natakola.
Real good tight waist. They get the bar in there a little bit now.
A little Granby roll off of it. Ooh, and they go out of bounds.
That was a very nice sequence by both men.
Wisniewski might be pressure here. He might really need this one here with 46 seconds to go.
Yeah, the big matches you have to get off bottom. They at least score that point off bottom. That's just a great technician on top.
Oh, we just saw that at 285. It was a match taken into overtime. Look what happens.
Riding tough on top. Natakola doing a good job. They can rise away. Got that spiral ride. Get the other wrist too. Try to stretch him out.
20 seconds to go.
He's been tough on top. He's 3 or 4 times he had that nice hard spiral. He loved that spiral ride.
And now out he comes. Reversal. Or did he award the reversal? Yes, he did award the reversal. With no backs, correct?
No back, just the 2 reversal.
And we go to the third period. Big reversal by Patrick Wisniewski there. That's could be huge in this match, Marvin.
Yeah, Kurt Howe didn't like the call. I I didn't see it happen so fast. We didn't see all of it, but looked like he had control, lost control.
Right. I mean,
there was at least one.
Yeah, he put him in danger. So now Wisniewski looking to put a ride of his own on. And he's not giving the escape.
Yeah,
2-1.
Escape's better than 2.
That's right.
They had the lead now, and then they went 0-0 on the feet the first time. So maybe he can
Wisniewski inside trip. Can't get that second foot to follow.
We've seen 3 or 4 guys really try that.
Right. Minute 29 to go on the restart. 2-1. Patrick Wisniewski for Caesar Rodney.
You don't want to stop being aggressive.
Now call good hand fight. Goes into a high crash, and Wisniewski nearly pancakes him. And he might get around behind, can't do it. Natacola comes back around himself. We're back on her feet. No change, no score.
That's a nice little flurry there, both men.
It's always interesting when you go from 285 to 106. Things happen a lot faster. Wisniewski head hands defense pretty good right now.
And both guys stand in good position. Well, nice inside.
Another inside trip. Marvin, 106 is up for grabs this year.
Yeah, I believe so too. I believe 4 or 5 week fast.
Right.
So you can say the top 5, anybody can win.
And it's kind of what we've been waiting. Here comes a dump by Wisniewski.
Got it.
He's going to get it. Takedown Patrick Wisniewski. He goes up 4-1 with 35 seconds to go.
Oh man, stayed after it. Had to work to finish that dump. Now he's in good position here. I wouldn't look to him. If I get in trouble, I'll give him 1. That roll, watch that roll.
Good job, steps out in front and drops down that single leg. And stop it potentially dangerous with 11 seconds left.
Good job.
He drops it down the double. He's going to try to mix him over. And Wisniewski looking to get some backs here. Only gets a 1 count, so Patrick Wisniewski pulls off an upset. 4-1, Patrick Wisniewski. The Riders, they're creeping back in.
That's another match. It went the other way. I mean, that's 2 upsets, so they needed. That's what they needed to get in this match. We knew that coming in. Caesar Rodney's really impressed me tonight.
At 113 for Caesar Rodney.
And we come up to another 3 versus 4.
Al Chokachi.
Right now, Kurt wants to get the momentum back on his side
Right.
here.
This could be another tight match.
Nice job.
Jackson now Chokachi looking to go behind, and he scores, gets the takedown. And now going high half, looking for the fall.
Man, he got it tight, too. Man, that happened
And he gets 2 back.
There you go, score again.
Four to 0 lead for Jackson out Chokachi. He was a Cavalier, Middletown Cavalier last season. Now here at Smyrna. Both guys juniors.
Man, he really got after it there, a high half. Man, very good job.
And Bound has hand control, comes his feet pulled right back down to the mat. And out Chokachi, good job, pull him in the pocket and keeping him down. 45 seconds to go. Here in the first period at 113. I think Smyrna really needs to stop the bleeding right now.
Yeah, maybe wrestling's about momentum sometimes too. I mean, things start snowballing, but you get a win back, you get it back on your side.
Right. And we're going to go out of bounds. Al Chokachi showing he's a tough on top here. Bounds really had no answer. Comes to his feet, pulls right back to that pocket, into that grab rod.
He's tough on top, man. At the high half, and And now looking at the armbar, run the armbar now.
This is a weight class where he's number 3 behind 2 legit studs. And Zach Spence, the defending tape champ, and Will Rain, who has a win over him this season. I believe they're 1-1 against each other, with Rain getting the last one. And Spence he's a pinning machine.
Yeah, Spence, he likes to throw too. He's a good thrower. And Rain from the Rivers impressed me.
Mm-hmm.
He really has.
I mean, his speed is just. He beats you on the go-behinds. He beats you on your mistakes lots of times. And that's how we end the first period. 4-0 for Jackson Altachachi. And say Bound's going to go neutral. A little bit of a height difference here, nice, Marlon.
Yes, it is. It's funny, styles dictate too. When you're taller or shorter, your styles are different.
Mm-hmm. 113 is a young weight class too, throughout the state. Oh, it looks like Bound's going to get the takedown. Yes, he does. Just good motion on his feet. He's going to give him the free release, make it 5-2. That was just good motion. A little duck there and goes behind.
Changing levels is key, man. Changing levels, staying on the attack. Try to get that man out of position so you can attack.
And we're going to have injury time as Altachachi seems to be holding his knee.
I don't know if they hit knees or he locked up on him on the edge of the mat.
Well, folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout because this could be a long one. And we'll be right back with more coverage of Cesar Rodney and Smyrna. The rivalry continues. And welcome back. Altachachi able to get back to his feet. He's hobbled here, Kirby. Marvin. He's gonna get back to work though.
Yeah, he looks. He's not too stable right now.
Not on that right knee. It seems to be bothering him. I didn't see what happened. I don't know if it buckled.
Yeah, sometimes your shoes stick on these mats. I mean, I didn't see anything either. But see, our kid's staying on the attack.
Yeah, he's gonna get right after him. He's gonna get another takedown.
You can tell the young man's hurt. He didn't even move.
Right.
Back up.
And he's going to bounce. He's going to stay after it.
Yeah.
And now Altachachi, he has to become an upper body wrestler now.
And the young man, see how it's attacking. He's going to hustle back to the middle.
56 seconds left to go. Altachachi barely able to get back to the circle. There is something wrong with his right knee.
Definitely something wrong with it. That's why you got to be careful. You know, it's about the season, not one night.
That's right.
And I don't know what the young man did. I'm sure Kurt knows.
Attempted a sit drag. He can barely put weight on that right foot right now. And Bounds get right back after him.
Right around the waist, he can get two. Well,
out of bounds, 32.7 seconds. Cesar Rodney favored in the next two weight classes after this. Smyrna favored in this one.
If CR can pull it, that'd be three weight classes they really weren't supposed to win.
That's right.
Coming in, they won. So.
And Bound back on that leg. 13 seconds to go. Their second period, so we're going to have another 2 minutes to go. Out of bounds, 4 seconds. Yeah, this isn't something that's loosening up. He's hurt.
Yeah, he's definitely laboring here.
And he's going to take bottom. I imagine there's going to be a free release here.
I'll just put him up now.
He does. Yep.
Smart.
Get the full 2 minutes.
You got to make him on his feet now. Keep him on his feet. 7-4, right?
7-4.
742 takedowns. So very aggressive, these two of them.
You know, as a ref, this is a hard position to be in. Do you call a stall call on an injured ref? I mean, it's a hard call to make, but you got to do it if it is stalling. He does get the stall warning.
You got to call a match. I mean, you can't not call a match.
Balance subs up, comes up between the legs, and we're going to get a potentially dangerous.
He keeps pushing, getting on the stall call and takedown tied up.
That's right. And then takes it to a minute on their feet. He gets on, Chalky gets in on a shot bomb with the blockers, keeping the hips away.
He needs to get a takedown here. Let him go.
Approaching a minute to go in the match. And the way things are going, this might be one Smyrna needs to grab.
Yes, and momentum's all for CR right now. But the scoreboard ain't.
Right, under a minute. 7-4, Jack's out to Chalky. Doing, I think, enough with the hand. Oh, another stall call. I thought he was doing enough with the hand fight, personally.
Yeah, that was questionable, but like I said, refs, I mean, you count shots or whatever you're doing in your head.
Well, yeah, you're right. He hasn't really taken a shot.
Yeah.
But I thought he was doing enough with moving forward in the hand fight, but it doesn't matter. And again is bound. Under 30 seconds to go.
You got to get out back and get a fresh start.
And he does. 21 seconds left in the match. Brown needs a takedown to tie this up. He's going to take another injury timeout, maybe. No, he's going to get back up.
I wonder what he done to that knee. I just wonder. Yeah,
he's in again. Yeah. He's around 2 feet. He's going to have to sub up. 13 seconds to go.
Doing a good job. Good job. Short kid's got to get his feet underneath of him. Power base, he ain't going to do it. Big win for Smyrna.
Big win for Smyrna there. They haven't won since 195.
I can't imagine that being too serious, though. I mean, the coach's not going to leave him out there.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm saying not hurt. I know he's hurt, but I mean, I would hope it's nothing really bad if there's nothing out there. So it could be a deep bruise, anything can happen in matches.
So we move to 120 pounds. Mike Primo for the Riders.
Got to give the Smyrna kid credit, man.
Absolutely.
Got out a big win for him, and the momentum was all CR.
On one leg.
Yeah, nice job.
Esley Pearson for Smyrna and Mike Primo for the Riders at 120 pounds. Primo gets a takedown quickly here in the first period. 2-0. Caesar Rodney's going to start any pins.
Yeah, he definitely needs some pins here. If they're going to have a
and they're going to have to pull an upset at 32 to win this thing.
Very capable, though. Very capable.
And boots in a power half of his own for Primo. And now he's going to go cross-face with a leg in. And this is a point where Smyrna needs to start shaving points and just wrestling the Riders tough, as the Riders have a big advantage in the next two matches.
They need a bonus. They definitely need bonus points.
And looking for a cradle. Looks like he's got the cross-face cradle locked up.
Primo's got it. They get hip there. He had it.
They will break the block.
I'll tell you what, a gutty performance by the Smyrna kid. He
yeah,
really
I agree.
That.
Yeah.
That's a big win.
He didn't appear to be favoring it coming in, so it must have been something that happened within the match.
Yeah, I hope the young man gets back from conferences and stuff, and hate to see anybody get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But a gutty performance.
End of the first period, 2-0 Mike Primo. He's going to defer. And Smyrna's going to take down. Pearson will go bottom position, 2 minutes on the clock. 30-16, the Eagles lead. But they haven't wrapped it up yet.
Yeah, Primo needs to pick it up for CR here. He needs to.
Still 18 points on the board.
Been a lot of exciting matches, Benny.
Yeah, I think a lot of people coming in thought this was going to be a blowout, and the Riders came to wrestle.
They really wrestled tough. I mean, a lot of good matches, couple upsets. It was well worth the coming with the invite from you.
Absolutely. I'm glad you came. Primo with the crossface, looking to go back to that cradle. He's got it locked up. Can he pull it back? And looks like he's going to get it. He does. He's going to get some swings, breaks the cradle. Did he get a 2 count? Yes, holding 2. And awards 2, 4-0 for Mike Primo. And back in with the boots. Now he's going to go to that crossface, that rake. And we got potentially dangerous, I believe. 4-0 Mike Primo, minute 14 to go here in the second period at 120.
Yeah, Primo would have been nice if he could have gotten the stick there for CR. I mean, I think he looked at least to get bonus out of these next 2 matches.
Well, they have CR has to win the last 3 to win this dual meet. They trail 30-16, 3 matches left.
Well, I think many people come in and think it'd be here at the end. It'd be like this. So,
right.
He has to be pleased with the way they wrestled. And I wasn't doing it on paper. I didn't think it would be where it was at right now.
No, I agree. I thought after last night, I had Smyrna coming in here and walking through this one.
So, I mean, look at where you're at. I mean, Rigby has to be happy with his performance. And then you got to give Smyrna a little bit. 3 straight matches we had to be the peak.
You're right.
It's not easy.
Boots in, looking at a crossface over again. Now goes power half on the left side.
They rotate on top with that. Nice job, Smyrna fighting off.
I tell you what, Primo's all over him. He's looking to score.
He knows what his team needs, and also the Smyrna young man knows what his team needs. So
Primo, he's made a living with boots in his career. Just a junior.
He's improved too. I watched him over the years. He's really improved.
Here he goes, getting the count.
Oh,
and Pearson able to just sit up and out of it. He's going to get 2 back. 10 seconds left here in the second period.
He's holding 2.
And awards the 2 points, 6-0 as we move to the third.
Pretty neutral here, so CR took neutral.
2 minutes on the clock. Third period. We're underway.
Now, 4-point win would only put them down by 10 going the last 2.
Right.
So.
With Natacola, Nick Natacola, defending state champ, I would have to say that favors Smyrna. But that hasn't seemed to bother the Riders tonight. Double-leg attempt by Primo.
Yeah,
not there, steps out, and needs to hurry up and realize
he needs to pick
here.
the pace up. The team needs more than just a win. He gets back on top, he has a chance to pin you.
You're right, yeah. I just feel a stall call coming in our future here. Pearson's backing away with the wrist tie here. Double leg shot by Primo.
Yeah, it's a great shot by Primo. You know you can't finish it in bounds.
Right.
I mean, you kind of waste it. I mean,
well,
now you
but you stop the clock and get back in the center. Minute 10 to go. Third period at 120. And the Riders only have 2 guys left warming up. I don't believe they weighed in another 125. Man, if they could bring up a backup, win at 26, and we could see Hayes and Natacola, what an ending that would be, but we're not going to see that. Takedown from Mike Primo.
Got up to
8-0.
Now he has to work for the fall. He has the major, and now anything extra. He's tough on top of the boots. He put them boots back in.
30 seconds to go here in the match. So he pulls him back in, puts boots in. Looks like he's going to go right back to that power half. One more shot for a fall.
He's stretching. Ain't going to make it.
Easily, Pearson did a good job. He's only going to give up the major.
Yeah, that's a win for Smyrna there. Not yet.
And going to get a 1 count. So a major decision for Mike Primo. And we have a 30-20 match.
I just think, Benny, how many guys in the state thought going to the last two would be 30-20?
Right. It's going to come down to the last one tonight.
At 126 for Rodney, Cameron Hayes. And for Smyrna, Drew Mayhall.
So Drew Mayhall and Cameron Hayes. Cameron Hayes, a 2-time state champion for the Riders. Well, one for Milford and one for Cesar Rodney. And third place a year ago. And he's one of the slicker wrestlers in the state, Marvin. He's
So he came over with Rigby?
Yep. Came the same time as Rigby. Transferred his sophomore year. And he's going to stay after him right on the edge.
He has to let him in, though, stall on him.
Right.
I mean, that's what people realize. You can be doing it, but you got to let him in. It'd been nice if I had somebody throw out there.
Yeah.
Bump him up. I'd like to see it.
And takedown for Cameron Hayes. 2-0. Ben Anderson against Sussex Central. He bumped up to 145 from 132. Got a big pin to knock off Sussex Central.
Score.
And getting some swipes here. Does he have in him tonight? But this time he's going to be facing number 2, Nick Natacola. Anderson, though, ranked number 3 at 132 pounds. Referee Terry Geyer holding 3 back. And he's going to run that bar and a wrist over.
He's holding 3 there. He's still looking for the fall here now.
Nice job of just using his chest to get the rest away. He's not going to get it. He gets the 3.
Oh, man. He whipped him over.
And gets the fall. Cameron Hayes from Cesar Rodney makes it a 4-point match. We're coming down to the last match of the night.
(30-26). Smyrna's heavily favored here, but I'll tell you what, CR has wrestled their hearts out tonight.
Yes, they have.
They really have.
At 132 for Cesar Rodney, Ben Anderson. And for Smyrna, Nick Natacola.
Well, I tell you, if you're Kurt Howe, you got to feel great having who you got at the end.
Yes, that's right. Out of bounds.
This is 2 against 3, though.
Yes, it is. Number 2 versus number 3.
I mean, so
we said earlier on, we're going to find out how much of a difference there is between 2 and 3 tonight.
And CR's done pull off 2 of them.
Yeah.
One kid not even ranked beats the number 1 seed, no top-ranked wrestler. They've done it all night.
Anderson in the front head position. Both these guys juniors. Natacola, defending state champ, last year at 120. He was up to 132 this season. He's in on almost in on a single, but Anderson in that pit defense. That's Cesar Rodney wrestling there. They go a long time. Like to stay in those pits as opposed to the front head. Anderson twice this year has been our wrestler of the night. He pulls off another one here tonight. He's going to get 3 of them.
Yeah, the bad thing, he has to win and get a major.
Yeah.
I mean, that's but he's still wrestling tough. It's both guys feeling each other out here in the first period. Nice shot.
Shot by Natacola. .33 seconds to go. A win here by Natacola, and we have a 3-way tie in the Henlopen North.
Has that happened before?
I don't believe it's ever happened in the North. It's happened in the South before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of it in the North either.
Inside trip. And Anderson will get the better of a takedown.
That was just a will his way to that one.
Yeah, he just dropped his own knee and threw that arm across the chest. So we move to the second period. 2-0 lead for Ben Anderson. And Natacola's going to take bottom position.
Good look at getting a stalling call. Makes him attempt to bring it to the mat.
Right.
Let him go. There it is. No one's coming. Almost got to have a clock in your head.
Very rarely do you get that on a single leg, though. On a single leg call. When you drop down a single. And going to go behind and out of bounds. 3-2. And Coach Rigby wants to talk about it. Minute 36 to go here. Coach Dan Rigby comes to the head table. Never really want to give up the stall call and the one. But this discussion here is on the takedown.
What is he arguing about? I mean, I don't understand. Because he gave him one. He took a team point away.
A team point.
Man, he got a major call in a match like this.
Wow.
I had no idea what the call was. He took a team point away.
Well, he did this down at Cape the other night with Smyrna. Ended up throwing a coach out of the gym for something said from the bench.
Yeah, big matches. You gotta
let the coaches coach.
Well, I've been a coach a long time.
Right.
I know I push the buttons hard too.
Right.
Hey, a match like this coming down like this, you gotta let the kids decide it. I don't know what was said down there, but that's tough for the kids on that bench.
That's
right.
right.
All night to have a chance to win it.
Well, you gotta have a little bit of guts to be a road official too.
Yeah, I mean, he may have deserved it. I don't know.
Right, out of bounds.
It's tough to see for the kids. The coach didn't wrestle like they did.
That's right. Natacola breaks him right back down. Minute to go here in the second period. At 132, Natacola leads 3-2.
Yeah, Benny's been in a lot of good matches, buddy. I tell you.
Anderson rises to his feet. And he's going to cut and score. Ties it up, 3-3.
3-3, and he should have choice, right?
He does, that's correct.
Have choice, he can go back down. 3-3 match, him on bottom.
Shot by Natacola. Anderson able to drop the hips down. Now looking to get an angle here.
Yeah, work them angles. That's he's in a good position right here. He really is a good position, right, regardless.
And they go out of bounds with 17 seconds left.
And that's what Rigby really has to understand. You got to walk away from that guy. You can't cost your team there.
Yep.
I'm sure he would tell you that later on, but.
Natacola in on a single. They're not going to get it. Oh, no, he gives him two after the buzzer.
Rigby may get thrown out.
That was. And it's going to be up to the clock operator. It's when those knees hit. I thought they hit after the buzzer.
He does. If he gives two.
No takedown.
So save Rigby. Rigby will still be around.
That's right. That's a Frank Fleetwood on that call, the timer. Father of Brent Fleetwood.
He's an honest man, Fleetwood.
Yes, he is, yeah. Well, he's passionate for this sport. Yeah. He's going to make the right call.
Yeah, that's a bang-bang call. I mean, he's the only one knows.
And he's going to put Anderson on his feet, give him a free release. Looks to go behind with a near side cradle. Now he's got a body lock. They're on the edge.
So I think that's the move. I think Kurt made the right move. Ride him, waste a lot of time.
Right.
put him back on the feet. You know you have to take him down anyway.
Snap down, goes behind, goes to far ankle, not there, and they go out of bounds with a minute 35 left.
What a barn burner here. End it.
Hey, it's Smyrna CR. It's the way it's supposed to be.
It's been a great wrestling all night. It really has.
Shot by Natacola. And Anderson doing a good job of dropping the hips. Smyrna fans want a stall call.
They're cheering for it.
Right. Single leg by Anderson.
He's in good position there. Hang on till worst case just stalemate.
They sub up, burn some more time.
Hey, Smyrna kid's been getting after. He knows you have to score. He's been attacking it. Scramble here.
Minute to go in the match. Ben Anderson leads 4-3 for the Riders.
Man, he's in good position right now, Smyrna boy is.
Natacola looking to go behind. How long before we get a stalemate?
He hooked that back leg. Hot stalemate. He went back on her feet.
There's a stalemate. 45 seconds to go. 4-3, Ben Anderson. I think Ben Anderson, he needs to turn the offense up like he just did there. Shot by Natacola. Sprawl by Anderson. Anderson blocking at the thigh.
They in good position. Both guys fighting for it. Oh, he got the dunk on there. Oh, he almost had it. Man, crowd's seeing a good one.
We're going to finish with a good one. A stall call.
Oh, gave him a
wow. Oh, wow. After just coming off a shot.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Wow.
I don't agree with that. Man, oh man. Just took a shot.
4 seconds to go here in the match. He did have the warning on the rear standing earlier in the match. So it is a point, 4-4. But it's not up on the scoreboard. Yeah, there it is. And we're going to our second overtime match of the night.
Yeah, I don't agree with that stall.
Nah,
not like that. The kid did as much as the other guy did.
They each took one shot there at the end. So we go to 1 minute on the clock, overtime. At 132 pounds, number 2, Nick Natacola versus number 3, Ben Anderson. Natacola in deep on a double. Anderson able to get the hips down on the edge.
They stepped out.
They did step out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds.
Wow. Wow. Final score 33-25 for Smyrna. So we have a 3-way tie for the Olympic Conference North. And folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout and we're going to come right back with our wrestler of the night. And welcome back to Smyrna High School, folks. A thriller, 33-25 win for the Smyrna Eagles. It forces a 3-way tie in the Hennepin Conference Northern Division. Still with some matches left. And Marvin, we got the hammer of the night, and very rarely does it come from the losing team. But who's the hammer of the night?
It has to be
Brendan Holder.
Yeah, it has to be a heck of a match. Unranked kid comes into the night, faces Moyer, the number one ranked kid in the state, and really won the match. But really,
9-3. Yeah, 9-3.
Really did a heck of a job. Kept the pace going the whole night. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, Brendan Holder, unranked, knocks off a number one here tonight, 9-3. He is our wrestler of the night. Would it be a three-way tie? I believe right now, if my math is correct, Smyrna will have the point differential with the 8-point win tonight. Sussex Central 6 over. They're gonna have 7. They're gonna be a +7. So Smyrna should be the Henlopen representative to the state tournament, but we have a three-way tie here in the Henlopen North, folks. For Marvin Dooley, I'm Benny Mitchell on 302 Sports. That's a wrap-up. Another thriller again tonight. Wrestling's back. We took a little 10-day break as our computer broke down, but we're back and operating. Not sure what our next match is going to be. We have to wait for the rescheduling of the Laurel Indian River match for the Henlopen South. So for Marvin Dooley, Benny Mitchell, and 302 Sports, have a good Saturday night.